prison gang, also known as La M. They see themselves as criminal warriors, and they control much of what goes on inside many of the state's prisons and jails, including the lucrative drug trade. Here at the Chino State Prison Maximum Security Unit, MA members work out together, readying themselves for combat in and outside prison walls. Experts on La M say the group uses violence and terror to achieve its goals. Their power comes from ruthlessness. This Mexican Mafia member, who wants his identity concealed, says you have to kill to get in.
We've got an organization of murderers, really.
That's what it is. Like a murder incorporated, that's what it is.
And Mexican Mafia experts say La M orders hits in and outside jail. And in recent months, La M has used that threat, called the Black Hand of the Mafia, to enhance its power outside prison walls. In this police surveillance tape obtained by Fox News, more than 300 gang members and associates are called to a meeting in Santa Ana. Many of those here are longtime gang rivals, enemies. But they come together because this man, waving his arms, calls them here in the name of the Mexican Mafia. Authorities identify him as Peter Sana Ojeda, an MA veteran who controls narcotics sales for the Mafia in Orange County. He orders the rival gangsters to stop all drive-by shootings against members of your own race, La Raza, or face the wrath of the Mafia. In short, a forced peace treaty between Hispanic street gangs.
And the kids were eating it up. They were like, yeah, we are that. That is us.
This ex-gang member attended 3 of the Mafia-sponsored meetings. We have hidden his identity because he fears the MA will kill him for talking. But he believes the Mafia has its own selfish reasons for calling a peace treaty.
It wasn't stop the drive-bys because innocent people are getting killed. It was stop the drive-bys because you're hurting our business. They want to control the streets. But see, the MA wants to control the whole business. The whole dope business. Bottom line, how much money they can make, what they can control.
Ojeda is now back in prison on a federal weapons charge. But Fox News has learned the Mexican Mafia, using as many as 20 MA operatives, have called gang members to meetings like this one in Los Angeles, San Bernardino, and Riverside counties as well. The message always the same: kill a fellow Hispanic gang member and you die.
It's working because the kids are scared. Never before has the MA had such an influence coming down that if you do come in, they'll hit you.
Here on the street, scared Hispanic gang members in general refuse to talk about the MA's edict. But this gang member, who wants his identity concealed, explains a renegade gang will pay even if it escapes MA wrath on the streets.
Out here, you go watch your back, shoot or run, or you get locked up in your cell, who's going to be under the bed sticking you. So the thing is not concern for us out here, but for concern, you got to think about your homies in there, locked up.
And now, as most Hispanic gang members seem to be cooperating with the forced peace treaty, gangsters tell Fox News Mexican Mafia members insist a tax be paid on all drugs sold in the neighborhood. Detective Dexter Cole says undercover officers have seen it firsthand in Pomona.
The way it's set up is that each gang is allowed to collect money from the drug dealers. A percentage of that supposedly goes to the Mexican Mafia.
At the same time, MA members are preaching at these meetings that it is okay to go against black gangs. This ex-gang member says it is part of the Mafia plan to take over all the drug trade.
Man, this is powerful stuff. My big homeboy said, I got to take these fools out. I got to do it for my big homeboy. And once they get in heated up, God help us all. It's going to be ugly. Much uglier than it's ever been. And that's what I'm afraid of. A lot of kids going to get killed.
With that prospect in mind, representatives of the NAACP and Mexican American Legal Defense Fund recently held this conference, all aware of the danger.
The reason that this conference is here because we're trying to save lives. Right now, we're having killings. Hispanics and blacks are fighting, and they're killing each other.
It all goes down in a mini mall parking lot.
Stay right there.
Right on Hollywood Boulevard. Two rival gangs clash. Tempers flare. A brawl breaks out. Witnesses say it was bedlam just before police descended on the mob of suspects. Violence erupts here every week. There have been 2 shootings at this spot within the last month. Police are overwhelmed.
There was in excess of 25 gang members here. We wound up controlling it with less than 10 policemen. That's pretty good.
Gangs are terrorizing Hollywood Boulevard and surrounding streets. This woman witnessed tonight's skirmish.
Because unless something happens, the police are too busy. I mean, they can't sit at every corner. It's frustrating. It's frustrating for everything. I wish we could take back our city.
18th Street, one of the city's largest gangs, has moved into Hollywood with a vengeance.
Taking 3 into custody.
This LAPD buy-bust unit periodically takes them down, but the lucrative drug trade always brings them back.
This is the advertisement for their drug dealing area. This is their billboard.
By daylight, you can see the 18th Street tag and other gang markings everywhere.
I get very angry when I drive by these neighborhoods and look at all these tags and the general deterioration of my community.
Sharon Romano is fighting back. Her Hollywood beautification group spends 7 days a week painting out the graffiti, hoping to drive out the gangs.
You're taking back your neighborhood. You're saying, this is where I live, and we don't want this kind of activity.
Romano says threats from armed gang members have not stopped her group. Police are backing her up.
Lay the down. Lay the down. Lay down. Lay down.
And so are the guardian angels who grab crack dealers and hold them for police.
I didn't have no rock, man. What's wrong with you?
This angel, called Jaguar, says Hollywood is scary.
It is overrun with scum. We've got the gangsters all over Yucca and Hollywood Boulevard.
The angels have also hooked up with Joe Shea, who's with them here as they grab another crack dealer for police.
Good luck.
Shea is a Hollywood resident whose neighborhood group called the Ivar Hawks walks nightly patrol to root out the gangsters along the Yucca corridor.
I refuse to be cowed by them, and we're going to take our streets back.
Shea's group interacts with police. Earlier, they called in a drug dealer's license plate number.
You just got it.
Really? Because it's not...
What a world. So quick.
He and his companions walk by a corner where there have been 12 gang-related murders in the last few years.
One in the doorway over there, and one in this doorway.
Later, a visit to a local shop manager who hasn't painted out 18th Street graffiti that prominently marks the side of his building.
Are you going to paint it out?
Shea notes it's been up for 3 weeks.
And it tells the 18th Street gang that they're in control. So it's a bad thing.
Shea tells the manager to have the owner call him about it.
The law requires you to do it.
Then he confronts 2 teenage gang members he meets outside on the street.
I mean, you guys are painting all over these damn walls. It's got to stop.
The little gangster takes a drag on a cigarette as his sister comes to his defense.
None of us.
And Shea fires back.
You have to realize it's wrong.
Joe Shea isn't kidding around.
Dedicated to this idea of just cleaning out the Yucca corridor and the whole Hollywood area of gangs and violence.
Shea knows it won't be easy. Here, one of his guardian angels shows a knife wound, a price he paid for tangling with a TJ Loco gang member on the street. Angels held the suspect for police, and he was carted off to jail.
He commenced to lay punches in on my angel, and in turn the angels fought back.
And just a few blocks away, gangsters opened fire on 4 youths cruising near the boulevard.
You wearing your jacket at the time?
This one caught a bullet in the arm. Back of the car took another few slugs.
You know, we're passing by, next thing we heard was bam.
It seems to be an endless chain of gang violence. And these tourists from Dallas, during a few days in Hollywood, were offered money for sex, had their car and $400 in cash stolen. They got the message.
Well, at least it's not like Florida yet. You know, people aren't shooting the tourists yet, so...
They will be,
I'm sure.
very, very soon.
Buster. As we told you last night, it began as a fight against one graffiti vandal, but tonight we show you how that battle escalated into a full-scale video war.
This is Juan Gutierrez. known as Caballo to fellow Tijuana Locos street gang members. His repeated use of a spray can scars the Hollywood neighborhood where he lives.
Now I pull him up. I get down here.
And that drove this angry man, who we will call Graffiti Buster, to become an urban spy.
I usually wear dark clothing and my lights are off inside.
He armed himself with a videotape camera and gathered enough evidence to send Caballo to jail for 45 days.
This is my suspect number 1.
But this video war didn't stop with suspect number 1.
I've been doing this for a year.
Graffiti Buster has now caught 21 gang members writing illegal graffiti and has a notebook logging times, dates, and offenses.
I keep track of every time, every incident. Okay, and this stuff is given to the police.
And besides suspect number 1 Gutierrez, gang member Myron Rusty Salazar, caught hitting this wall with spray paint, was sentenced to 90 days in jail. Roni Negro Garcia, taped with a marker, sentenced to 120 hours of community service. Antonio Estraño Zarate is now in custody, facing vandalism and other charges. And Oscar Payares, seen marking this stop sign, now has a warrant out for his arrest. But Graffiti Buster is still frustrated.
The rest the police haven't, gone after.
16 other gang members are also caught on tape. They have nicknames like Flaco, seen here etching his name on a stop sign pole. Diablo, spray painting a wall on 3 different occasions. There is Cartoon and Loco and others. Graffiti Buster wants police to help him identify and arrest all of them.
If they use my tapes and they go after these people, if you get like 10 or 15 people arrested and convicted, I think that would send a message to the gang. They can't do it here.
Graffiti Buster says he has done his part. The evidence is here, all on videotape.
I don't have any quarrel with it at all. To me, a videotape is a compelling piece of evidence.
LAPD Sergeant Bruce Wilson says cops enjoy getting tapes from people like Graffiti Buster.
We identify that person, put a warrant in the system, and we know who we're looking for. Eventually, we're going to find him and put him in jail.
But in reality, it can take weeks or months before police, already overburdened with more serious crimes, go out and arrest a graffiti vandal. Tamara Metcalf oversees the city's graffiti reward program.
The police just have to prioritize their calls, and that would not be a high priority call.
And that makes it hard for someone like Graffiti Buster, forced to hide in his apartment and finally move away. He believes it doesn't have to be this way.
The more people that would do this, the better. There were like 4 or 5 people with video cameras, and they supported me. It'd be much safer for me.
Police say, and Graffiti Buster agrees, that too many people in the city's neighborhoods just ignore gang members and graffiti vandals.
I think they feel that they're beating the system, and they're not getting the punishment.
Others, he believes, condone illegal activity by joining in or simply making light of the blight. But Graffiti Buster says he's not yet ready to shut down his camera.
I'll do more video of something, of crime, yes. And this is just one crime. There's other crimes I'd like to catch on videotape.